What's up guys, Sekapoko here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. For this we'll be going over my multiple team compilation guide for Colosseum Lao. Colosseum Lao is not a super useful unit. He does have some niche uses and is kind of used on driven teams a little bit, maybe on certain content, but no one really wants to farm him because of how annoying he is. Now he's good for your regular Lao sockets or he's good for himself, but overall he's kind of a meh unit. And I'll be going over his details, what you can use for beating the Colosseum, and some replacements you possibly have for the Colosseum. Alright, without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So Seka, why should I farm Colosseum Lao? No, I can't really think of a reason. But if you really want him and you're a completionist, he's good for that reason. So, Colosseum Lao is going to be a driven fighter. He's going to max out at 2,070 HP, 1,357 attack, and 270 recovery. His captain ability is going to boost the attack of driven characters by 2.5, and if they have a matching orb. If they don't have a matching orb, it's only a 2x multiplier. So he's a crap captain. His special ability is going to be changing the Psi, Int, Recovery, and Tandem orbs into G orbs, but only those four. You're going to lock your orbs for one turn, and in that turn, if every unit hits a perfect, it's going to change G orbs into matching orbs. So the only reason I could see you using this character is like if you had a full board of Psi orbs or a full board of Int orbs and you really need to switch those characters on a driven team, you could use Colosseum Lao and then pop Shiki in order to give yourself a full board of matching orbs. That is really the only way that I could see using this character. However, you very rarely need that mechanic without the amount of full board orb manipulators in the game right now. Typically, you just don't need that. It's not necessary. And there will be a rare recruit Pika coming out very soon. On the global version that's already out in the Japanese version, that is extremely better than this unit and completely replaces him. What the rare recruit Pika does is he is going to make Int orbs beneficial for driven characters. He's going to do the same mechanic except for all orbs. He's going to change all orbs into G orbs. And he's going to cut HP by 20%. So overall, a much better unit overall than this free-to-play unit. However, I can see some niche for this free-to-play unit, but to be honest, not really. But if you do want to farm him and you do think he's going to be useful or a boosted unit in a treasure mode because you really want to farm for that reason, then there is nothing I can say to hold you back from doing that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the teams. So with current JP teams right now, Colosseum Lao is really not that difficult for this unit. And I was actually kind of memeing through this, and I realized the first time I was clearing it, I didn't stall, and I actually died because I didn't stall because I was just memeing too hard. But I was like, oh crap, I didn't stall enough on the stage, and I actually started taking hits from Xinjiao to see if I could just like stall on him, and he was only hitting me for like 6k, so I was kind of going, oh my god, this guy. He's about 2 million HP, and what you do when you kill him is he's going to revive with half HP for about 1 mil. You need a bind reducer to get rid of the bind. He's going to bind the unit that killed him, so all you got to do is make sure that you kill him with a unit that you don't want to get bound. So if your bind reducer is the last one to hit, you're kind of screwed, so don't do that. Then on when you get to Lao right here, Lao is going to be very, very simple. All you have to do is destroy him with his 2-turn good barrier. He has mechanics, yeah, but they're not turn-based, they're HP-based. So just monster him whenever you're ready. That's all there is to it. That really is. He's delayable, he's everything. It's really easy if you know how to use your mechanics. So otherwise, yeah, it's not bad. Just hit your 2 goods and bring a chain locker to make your damage a little easy, and you'll be fine. You'll be totally fine. This next team is our free-to-play team for the Japanese version, not for the global version. There is a free-to-play global version team, but I just didn't even feel like remaking it because it was annoying the first time around. When you want to clear this Colosseum, all you gotta really know is that you're gonna need a bind reducer. So bringing this Wanda is really helpful because she's a Psi bind reducer. But if you want to bring somebody else that is a bind reducer, totally fine. Bellamy, not needed either, just any orb booster that you want to bring. I only brought him because he's quick. And I brought the Raid Senior Pink as well as Raid Boa. The thing about bringing those two characters though, just to let you know, make sure that you pop Raid Senior Pink after you pop Boa. Big thing, because if you don't, you gotta reset your game like I'm doing right now, and that is terrible. That is such a terrible feeling. So then you just burst the boss and after the revive, and you should be good to go. When you get in the final room, then you just go in again with an A special plus an orb boost, and you should be perfectly fine. That should be it for running it for free to play. This next team is a global friendly Lucci team, and it was requested to make a global friendly team just for this because I've been asked to make more and more global friendly teams. So the replacements on this team, I think you can replace Kuzan, I think you can replace Bellamy, and you really just need to switch them around with characters that you have in your kit. Like if you don't have them, that's fine. Conjuro is kind of necessary because of a bind reducer, but if you wanted to bring in another bind reducer, that's fine as well. He also provides a damage boost for the second turn that you don't really need, because if you hit all your perfects with Lucci, you'll still have a damage boost. So you can bring whoever you want as a bind reducer for that team. That's the only reason I brought him. Kuzan is here just because I wanted to get a little extra damage from a chain locker. So if you want to bring a Conjuro and use him on the final turn, that's fine too. And really, when you get to the final room, the only thing you got to remember is if I had brought Rizzo instead of Bellamy here, and I really only brought Bellamy because I was dumb and didn't bring Rizzo, you actually get silence for 2 turns, and I was just being dumb and I forgot about it. But all your strikers, I think it's like strikers, slashers, and shooters get silenced. There might be a couple other characters that get silenced too. But otherwise, just they get silenced for 2 turns. Just bring a silence reduced on the final boss, and it should go a little bit faster than this team. I would definitely just take out Bellamy for that reason. And we figured out afterward that I should have done that, but you know, what can you do? The next team on the list is going to be another global friendly team, which is going to be 6+ Lucci and Akainu. Kind of an older team, but to be honest, this is actually around the time Akainu was a good character. So this is a totally fine team to use. If you did not want to use Akainu and you want to use the double 6+ Lucci, that's fine as well. The Akainu was kind of here just because I thought it was a great idea to bring him, and I don't really need him too much, but type boost is kind of nice for this stage. So what I do here is I pop the 6+ Lucci on the Chinjiao stage in order to make sure I get orbs every turn, and then I make sure not to last hit with the what's his name, the wild Luffy on the second turn, because I do not want the wild Luffy or the Sanji to be bound when I kill him. It'd be anybody else besides the wild Luffy. So then I hit with the Lucci second to last because I'm like, okay, I'm pretty darn sure I'm gonna kill him with that character. And then since he binds my Lucci, I can use either Wild Luffy or Wild Sanji to get rid of my stuff. I pick Wild Sanji because it's actually a little bit better for me, because then I can actually just pop, you can just damage him with a chain lock, and it's actually enough damage. So the nice thing is the chain lock provides enough damage, even though I miss his perfects here. You can see it does way more than enough damage to just kill the mini boss. So don't feel like you're not gonna have enough damage. The chain lock is more than enough with the Akainu. And since you're going to get orbs with Lucci, I actually only missed 1 orb, which is fine. I pop the Wild Luffy here because it gets rid of Silence and Bind, so that's nice there too. And then I'm going to pop the Marigold and Sandersonia in order to get myself a full board of matching orbs. And if I really wanted to, I could have popped the Akainu, but I didn't because, you know, it's already a powerhouse booster, so why would I do that? And then we just go in on our characters and we're done. It's a very easy, very safe team. The next team here I built was a Zoro Sanji team, and this team kind of revolves around me getting a little lucky as well as me using some RNG mechanics from the Zoro Sanji. And it was actually just one of the mechanics I really like using with the Zoro Sanji team because it's the only team in the game that I know of that you can bring a Psy Law and the Dex V2 Doflamingo in the same team. And I really like using them together because they're just really fun. Using that mechanic together to blow through a boss is really fun. So on this stage here, what I do is I kill the Chinjiao, make sure he dies really early, and then I try my best not to kill him. Try to kill him with only 5 characters, which is a little tricky. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna pop the Zoro Sanji special, and then we're gonna make sure you pop it with the Zoro out. so that I can switch that character to the appropriate character right after. And you want to kill him with the Law or the Dex Dofi, because if you kill him with anyone else, then you'll be in trouble, and that would be bad. Because you don't want to kill him with the Robin, you don't want to kill him with the Luffy, you don't want to kill him with a bunch of characters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap the Zoro now into a Sanji to make sure that I have a side booster over there. And then I'm going to pop the Sanji special on the Sanji in order to give myself 2 side characters and kill the boss. So we're going to go ahead and pop all of our specials except for the Wild Luffy special and the V2 Doflamingo special, and make sure that we have enough damage to kill him. Now I only have 2 matching orbs here, and I can do a swap if I want to on the Wild Luffy in order to get the Wild Luffy orb, but I was like, you know what, it only has 1,000,000 HP and I'm really concerned I'm going to do too much damage and kill him too quickly. So what I do is I start like hitting goods early and making sure I get the last hit on the appropriate character. So make sure you attack with your special Zoro and Sanji in order to get that done, and you see a good there, and then finally a perfect, and it does 2 million damage and overkill, so I can kill the final boss. This is not really a safe team, it's just a fun team to use so that you can kill the final boss. It's actually just really cool, rather than it being like a team that you would use for farming and like a legitimate team. It's just like a fun team to throw in there that I did. So I popped the Wild Luffy in order to get rid of my orbs. Sorry, not get my orbs. Get rid of my bind and silence, and then I also pop the Law in order to go through the barriers, and then I pop the V2 Dofi to kill him. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this. So the next team we're using is an Enel Team, and this Enel Team is actually really fun to use, and I was really excited to be able to use it. And I could not find any replacements really because of how I'm building the team and what my strategy is for the team. So I have a Marco and a Shirahoshi that I can't really replace because of the healing aspect and the orb boost that I get from the Marco. And then I can't really replace the Niji because he's a 2-turn universal type booster. And I do not have anybody else I can put in that spot. But if I did have a 2-turn quick booster and side booster, that would work. But I don't really think I have a 2-turn quick and side booster. The only one I can think of that is a quick and side booster is like the 6+ Boa, and I really don't have too many other units. So what I do here on the burst is I pop the Niji and the Marco to burst the boss, and it does actually more than enough damage, and I can actually heal in between too if I wanted to. So you'll have more than enough damage if you're doing this appropriately and just trying to like cinch down his HP all the way down. You don't have to kill him in 1 turn, you can kill him over 2 turns. So now I have an orb boost and a type boost, so what I'm going to pop here is going to be my Shirahoshi special to get my 4 board matching orbs. Then I'm going to just hit the boss with 3 or 4 characters to kill him, and then we go into the final room. Then we Law and double Enel in order to kill Colosseum Lao. So that's fun. It's really a fun team. I like it a lot. So this team, I messed up, and it was not that smart. But the G4 is replaceable, so it is global friendly. So if you want to take out the G4 and put in any other quick unit, that's totally fine. I actually don't get any real viability out of the G4 in this fight, and I don't realize I don't because I thought it would be totally fine. But I could have used him to kill the Chinjiao, so what happens does not happen to me. What I would recommend bringing is like an orb booster like Bellamy, and that would be fine. That would probably be your best bet. And then you would have like Ray Rayleigh plus Bellamy, and you have orb boost and type boost or whatever. Or you being Legend Dofi, and that would also be an orb booster. Whatever floats your boat. So overall, what I did here wrong was I let the poison kill Don Chinjiao, and I did not realize when you do that, what happens is your entire team gets bound instead of just one character. I thought the Magellan would get bound, but no, the entire team got bound, and I was like, oh, no way. So I freaked out a little bit, and yeah, but luckily the team has so much HP I was able to pull it out, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. But then we get into the final room, and then I'm able to pop the Nami special to get rid of the silence and delay Laoji for 2 turns. And luckily, since Magellan has healing, we don't have to worry about getting him below 20%. So when he does HP cut me an attack, it's not that bad. So right here, I'm popping everything to do a little damage. But of course, I don't do any damage because I got a bad orb on the Rayleigh, and I said, screw it, I'm just going to go in. And then we just go in after that. Personally, what I would do there is, of course, if you bring a Bellamy or you bring a Legend Dofi, you should be perfectly fine to do this a lot easier and better. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for my multiple team compilation guide for Colosseum Lao. My name is Sekapoko, thank you so much for watching, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you smack the like button down below, as well as the subscribe button down below, so we get lots of support in the channel, and of course, keep the channel growing. If you guys do want to get notifications on all my videos, make sure you hit the bell notification right next to it, so you get notifications every time I drop a video. Have a great rest of the day guys, peace.